Welcome to Verbal Peak Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Look, you all can see that I did a commentary on the running candidate for presidency of the United States, Joe Biden, on his comments about black people in diversity, monolithic, and our one-track mind. If you leave it up to Joe Biden to describe us as a whole, although he said with a few exceptions, right? And I mentioned Brother Marcus Muhd for pointing out certain aspects in this political on both parties, on both sides. And so I wanted to bring him on to the show so we can converse a little further into this matter, because it seems like a picture or a narrative is being directed to put in the minds of people for a specific purpose and a specific reason. So, Brother Marcus Muhd, welcome to the show.
Thank you, brother. How you doing?
Oh man, pretty. I'm glad to have you on to share your views, because you're very astute in this arena, in this area. But from what I'm gathering, does it seem like Joe Biden is trying to say that black people have a one-track mind, or is it that he has a thought or an image of black people in his mind, and how he see us, it keeps coming out, and then they got to keep going back trying to retract his statements and say, well, no, he meant this. You know, with one, he said that you're not black if you don't vote for him. He has several others talking about Kamala Harris on the buzz. Now he makes this statement dealing with that black people aren't diverse in their thinkings like the Latinos, even though you got Afro-Latinos. What do you take from this?
I mean, yeah, they don't respect us no further than we respect ourselves, and that is how they think of us. Obviously, by their actions and by their statements that they make, that is what we are in their minds, and that is what we carry ourselves like. So that leaves them and nobody else in here a choice but to treat us as we treat ourselves. Okay, and that's something that we have to work on for ourselves as a people. And so politically, just like Trump has Stephen Miller, somewhere in Joe Biden's campaign, he has a Stephen Miller somewhere telling them, you have to get those Trump voters that are on the fence off of that fence over into your ballot box and get those votes, because they playing high stakes games. Here, Kanye West out there spitting up votes. That's only going to go in the favor of Trump, because what Kanye West represents is dissatisfaction and disappointment and ridicule and mockery of the whole system, period.
Right.
That ain't never cared anything about us. So why the hell I'm going to go out here and vote again? Anyway, we voted for Trump. They went and voted for, we voted for Obama. They went and voted for Trump. We finding out Bill Clinton and his wife claimed that we was predators.
Right.
And that we should be brought to heel. The hell we vote.
Yeah.
That's only going to go in Trump's favor.
Right.
So what Biden has to do is, the short answer is that that's a dog whistle.
Right.
What he just did was a dog whistle.
Yeah.
And it's his attempt to reach over into the Trump constituency and pretend like it was just a stupid mistake.
Right, like in the white community, they might be saying Joe Biden is the spook that's set behind the door. Maybe he's acting like rah, 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 we for him, but really, really he has an agenda, a different agenda in mind.
Biden is the same old dude, that's old good old boy. Joe Biden, we've been dealing with for a long time. He ain't changed just because he went in there with Obama. Obama, dig him up, bring him in his office, bring him in his camp for the same reason.
Yeah.
Just so he can have a walking, talking piece of dog meat standing next to him to get those white voters to help him get over their hump.
Right.
We are in 2020, and it's like we need somebody from Obama's camp because that was just the glory old days that we was getting shot down the street and all that. Anyway, we need some of that soft, feel-good time that, Obama brought us. When everybody, at least we thought things were getting right, and bring out Joe Biden. And Joe Biden is the same old fool that created the pipeline to the prison industrial complex for all our ass.
Right.
He hasn't changed. The one that's been hanging out with the KKK for the longest time before Obama went and got it. So what do we expect? So he just went and did some OG shit on Trump. Trump confused did you see Trump's response? That should tell us a whole lot.
Where he say he don't. Right.
Huh?
He said he don't believe. Yeah, he don't believe in God.
He was all over the place, wasn't he?
Right.
I don't know what the hell they got to Biden. I don't know what's wrong with it. Trump confused as hell.
Yeah.
Because Trump got, what I'm saying, OG.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Biden been doing that same shit that Trump been doing for the last 3.5 years. He been doing that shit for decades.
Right.
He got laws to prove it on books.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a high stakes game for the constituencies, man. It's for the swing voters, man. It's do or die right about now.
Right. Trump saying, "Hey, you can't use my stuff on me. I thought you was for black folk. What the hell you doing?"
That shit, Biden like, I'm doing what you think you're doing.
Right.
I've been doing this shit.
Yeah, but
This is my game.
Right.
I wanted to stay out of it, but they dragged me into it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So shit, don't trip with me. I'm gonna have to show you who the real. How they say, twitch his damn arm till you holler uncle.
Right.
Make Uncle Joe a whole new meeting.
He put him in a whole new move, huh? Whole new hole.
Put an Uncle Joe hole on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Now it's game on again. All of this at our expense.
Right.
That's what the hell is. That's the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
And
the black woman's ignorant ass expense, man.
Right. All over again. But see, but it did seem like Joe was trying to send that message towards because he said, well, there's a few exceptions. I don't know if he meant the conscious community, the Moors, Nation of Islam, black thinkers, and said, I'm directing this strictly to the part of the black community I feel like I got my thumb on, I got control over, the one who Reverend Clyburn, his followers and those who think like him, I run those my niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because you got a campaign for the black people that half of them are really progressives that he just went and got just so he can make it look like he was a progressive also.
Right.
So he can't just throw us all under the bus. He got to make some of us feel like the MJs, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to make a few of them feel like the MJs so they'll continue to be down with it.
Mm-hmm.
The
Right.
Michael Jackson.
Right.
The Michael Jordan.
Right.
The exceptional black man.
Right.
He ain't really black because he's successful,
Right.
All the rest of you niggas is just niggas.
Right. Yeah, he not. Yeah, he
So
not.
he can't just throw us. Yeah, he can't throw the MJs under the bus.
Right.
Now he ain't really got shit because he got. What is a slave master without a slave?
Right.
A motherfucker got to do his own work.
Right. That's right. Now let me ask you this. We're gonna get back to Joe.
My bad. My language, man.
Yeah, but hey, man, you know, this is, see, I understand because we're in a position, in a situation in time to where we have to really pay attention and understand what's really going on. And it's not time to play around right now because this thing is crucial. And once it affects one of us, it affects all of us, you know, because that one who gets trampled on and nobody says nothing, that gives them the go ahead to go get one more. Then they go get one more, and we sitting around wondering what's happening. So yeah, so the language, whether the time constitutes the language. So I understand, but I noticed that Oprah Winfrey put 26 billboards across America for justice for Breonna Taylor, to see those 3 cops locked up, you know, to be charged with the murder of Breonna Taylor. I mean, I didn't think she'd do anything like that, but when she done that and put Breonna Taylor's picture on those billboards, that's just a sentiment to what we'd like to see people that have that kind of economic ability to use that in the fight for justice. But what's your take on Oprah coming out, making that gesture?
Any gesture like that is a good gesture, and you know we ought to respect Oprah. I mean, Oprah has, you know, we should respect any human being.
Right.
You know what I mean? We lack respect. People haven't been taught to respect people anymore. So I respect Oprah. I respect what she does, and I appreciate what she does in good. Oprah and Gail are politicians, and these people just do what the hell they want to do and apologize for it and keep it moving.
Right.
A lot of people continue to suffer behind their actions that really means something. You know.
Yeah. And that's
putting a billboard up on the wall is stating the obvious. And we take that as justice, and we are silly for that.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's to the point where they have to admit that they have done wrong. So now they're admitting it. And we taking that and going home, back to the shack with it.
right.
I'm sorry for whooping your ass. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Bo.
Right.
You know, and it's over.
That's it. Yeah, that's it. No.
And to the next time, you get your ass whooped. And in the meanwhile, you in the shack.
Right. Right.
When we gonna decide that we are worth more than that?
Right. What are we gonna bring to the table in terms of making them apply some type of repair to the damage that was caused?
Right.
Even though they say, okay, I'm sorry for whooping your ass, but yeah, man, I'm sitting over here with this damaged house. What you gonna do about it? You ain't fixing nothing on that you damaged. Just all I gotta accept, all I have to show for it is just an apology.
Right.
Right.
And some people say that's ridiculous.
Right.
And then, but at the same time, somebody whooped some other people's ass, and we wouldn't apologize for it, and then paid them and gave them a country.
Right.
On holy territory.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
On the best piece of land on the planet. But when we say, damn, repair some of this shit you did to us, it's ridiculous.
So
why?
Right. So are you saying that the level of value that we see within ourselves, that's the level of respect we'll get treated with? If we see ourselves as low value, then the response for others will get low value treatment.
It's automatic. It's automatic. You know, you got a little pipsqueak, little puppy, doggy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you thump the damn dog in the head. You just play with the dog, thump the dog in the head, thump the dog in the head, just playing with it, pull the dog's tail, and then the dog show you his teeth. You're gonna be cautious and stuff. Play with the damn dog like that.
Right.
From that point on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As long as he letting you do that, you gonna keep playing with it.
Right.
But then when he show you his teeth, you know that you have to think twice about thumping him in his damn head again.
Right.
It's just it's just common sense. We don't have enough respect for ourselves.
Right. That's
to demand respect from others.
Well, and that's why
we don't.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Sir?
Yes, sir. I'm listening to you. We don't have respect for each other, and we don't demand respect from each other.
For ourselves, you know.
Right.
We don't think we're worthy of respect, and we want to skip smooth over respect and beg for love, and we are insane for that. That's just insanity. You don't get love before you even think about getting some respect. Respect comes first before love. Anytime. Respect is constant. Love, you fall in and out of love with people all the time.
Right.
But you got to maintain respect, because otherwise there will be no civilization. There will be barbarianism if people just don't have no damn respect for each other, even if they don't like each other. Right?
Right.
Because you can find very little like for anybody nowadays. You can walk to the store and find some like.
Right.
You know, it's madness. It's really madness, and things on the brink of a pit of fire.
Yeah,
and the guard got the cooling water.
Right.
But he ain't pouring nothing until everything get in order. And that's just the way the dad do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We say all day, every day, God is my father. But when you don't act like it.
Right.
A child of the father will obey the orders and the instructions of the father.
Right. That's a fact. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I stated that in a previous podcast that, I gave the Farrakhan challenge to listen to the minister for 21 days straight, right? To wash the mind, or wash that slave mind that they put in our people, that oppressive mind, to wash it out, right? Because it seems like that what Willie Lynch taught and what's been passed down from generations to generations, that old slave mind is blinding to the times that we're living in now. It's like a blocker that keeps us from demanding our respect. It's like we still can't get over the symbolic picture of the white Jesus and things in the Bible, such as, if the slave master slap you on one cheek, give him the other cheek, and if he cold, give him your coat, and it's like I put that out there to give you something that's strong enough to cut through what you've been through, to where it can change your dichotomy of thinking, right?
Yes, sir.
But you right. I know it's a process, but man, is the process moving too slow?
I don't really think so.
Okay.
I don't really think so, because we got to learn the process is a process.
Right.
You can't rush the process. It is what it is. Depends on what you're trying to do. You're going to have a deeper, longer, stronger, harder, more difficult process.
Right.
And what we're trying to do is come out of straight up hell, man. You know, and it's going to take a long, hard process. And that's some of our problem. We want it handed to us. We want it to just come so nice and easy. We don't want any struggle. We don't want to face any kind of pain. You know, we don't want to work for ourselves. Right. We don't want to do the difficult things like make amends to one another.
Yeah.
We don't want to stand up to injustice. We don't want to do right by our family members.
Come on.
We don't want to just make a personal change in our lives. We don't want to defeat our emotions when it's goddamn necessary.
Right.
We don't want to learn nothing new.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We don't want to give unless somebody giving to us.
Come on. Yeah.
We don't want to do these things, man. And all this is part of the process. This is resurrection.
Right.
And whoever said resurrection was going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't. But look at how they look at us, though. They know how difficult it is. They know what we face, and they know it ain't just them. It's us. We got to overcome our own integrity while we're defending ourselves against their open onslaught against us to maintain their position over us. And they doing everything they got here. The law enforcement, politics, the media. They don't give a damn. So, I mean, look at how they talk about us. I'm looking at this article, and wow, look at how it reads. The media reports it after straight up insults and disrespect, right?
Right.
This is how they say. These are the words they use. Some worry that a pattern of blunders could only impact the Biden movement. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Look at how they talk about us.
Right.
They're not really looking at things and paying attention.
Right.
To the disrespect.
Right.
Only some worry.
Right.
I'm talking about what this man just said about us.
Right.
Only some
was worried about it.
People worry.
Right.
That a pattern of blunders, right?
Right. We
could
yeah.
impact. You know, it ain't gonna stop it.
Right, yeah, we been beat down so much to where only a few woke up and called it, but the rest gonna move on as business as usual.
Look how they talk about it like, look how weak. You know, look how weak they talk about now. If one of us walking down the street and another black man walking down the street the other way, and you ain't gonna move because you ain't weak, right?
Right.
But I heard this nigga say this shit about me. I'm finna go get my shit. You know what I'm saying? I got some for. Because why? You ain't weak, right?
Right.
But look how people in power talking about you with the media.
Right.
Where your strength at?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You find out, you shoot your weapons that they gave you at your brother and your sister and her babies and her grandmama. But when the boys roll through, you stagger running.
Right.
Like a squirrel.
Right.
What's strength there?
Right.
We need to start playing games.
Gotta stop playing.
You know what I'm saying?
Fact. Now, before we get out of here, now, I forgot the senator's name. White guy was speaking on that new Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B video, and he said that they act like they was raised with no fathers. I don't know if you saw the video or the behind it, and I haven't seen it. I'm gonna send it to you, but it had some peaches in it, but it was so, what they claimed, so graphic and low down in a sense. They were saying for ladies to behave that way, but people have to understand that in that industry, in that world, that's what you have to be in the world that they created if you want to be on their platform.
For sure.
You know, So you got to demean yourself. You got to demean yourself to get in.
For sure.
Okay.
See, people like that, he probably in on it. But they pretend that they don't know. They fail to realize that Cardi B and the other girl are produced. You know, they have producers. They have handlers. They have managers. They have agents. They have distributors. They have label executives. It ain't just them. They woke up one day and say, hey, you know, they got makeup artists. They got fashion designers that bring them these garments. They got script writers say, this is how we going to do this. They didn't just call each other and say, hey, I got an idea. Let's go touch each other. Because I'm pretty sure that's where they got something to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, that was directed.
Right. Right.
What about the directors? They did what they did.
Right.
Because they trying to make the next dollar.
Right. You don't.
You know, and they not trying to lose their last dollar.
Right. Point.
That's in play too if you don't want to behave.
That's right.
You know.
Come on.
But what about the ones that created the product?
Right. Right. You don't say, damn, how can you create something like this? You must didn't have your father in your life. Speaking to the white creators who would put it out in the public. You know, where your moral code for even creating it?
Right. Let's find out who produced the shit and put them in the same bag as with Cardi B. We want to diss our sisters.
Right.
Because we was put in this condition.
Right.
What's their excuse?
Right. There you go. And Megan response was, because, you know, while she was shooting the video, because, you know, one of the Kardashians was in it, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and she got shot. And her response was, you know, damn, you know, I thought they were my friends. But she realized that initially I realized they weren't her friends at all. You know, the way that they set her up and whatnot.
Who does she mean by that?
Yeah, for real, that's right, that's right. Yeah. True, huh?
Who is the day?
Yeah, who is the day? Right. Yeah.
Let's do producer shaming. Just like we shame the artists, let's shame the people that put the artists on the stage and told the artists what to do, man. They didn't do all that on their own.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And nobody in their whole crew, in their whole upper level of production, that below the line, nobody said, man, you know, this is inappropriate. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not one of them said, nah, we're not going to do it. There's 1,000 things we can do besides this, man. We ain't got to be in here with this soft porn, lesbian ass shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on now.
Right.
We got talent. We got so much talent and skills in this room. I know we can come up with a better idea than this.
Right.
To entertain the people.
Right, but
They didn't say that.
Nah, because what people are you trying to entertain? Who you trying to get this across over to?
Right.
Yeah.
The ones in the slot chart.
Right. But those ones, they need more. They need more in the trap, so they gotta produce situations to where it make you act out on your lower nature, so they can have more and more followers, so they can feed it too.
All right.
That's why I say it's part. Yes, sir.
They gotta keep their nose in the dirt and in the slop.
Yeah.
You know, if they don't keep pumping it, throwing that slop out there, they might lift their nose up and see something there.
Right. Yeah. It's part of the game.
It's part of the game, man. They gotta keep it coming. Gotta keep, just like you just said, you gotta take some time to just wash that out. Clean that old mind out, right?
Yeah.
And put the new mind in. It takes repetition and it takes consistency.
Right.
You keep washing and keep washing and keep washing. Keep washing. You know what I'm saying? In order to stay clean, because soon as you get clean, just a little while later, if you busy enough, you soil again. You got to keep washing.
You got
to wash again.
But
you got to keep washing again. Then you got people throwing dirt on you.
Right. Why you washing? Right.
Yeah, why you washing? They throwing dirt. Why you washing?
Right.
You got to keep washing. You got to keep washing, man.
Right, but
your mind is the way you take care of your body. Hopefully, you wash
right
every day. You do your hygiene.
Right. But some people feel as though, well, what's the point of being washed and clean when it's no money in being clean? I'm making too much money being dirty. That's where it's at.
Well, I mean, that can end just like in a snap of a finger.
That's right.
You know, because you got people just managing that for you. They can take that from you. Being as ignorant as you are, what you know. Our brother R. Kelly is looking at life in prison.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Looking at life in prison, man.
Yeah. Being as dirty as he want to be.
Being as dirty as he want to be. Should have got it there.
Yeah.
He just wanted to do dirt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If that's our goal, you know?
Yeah. It's our part.
I don't think that's not our nature, man. You know.
No.
If it is our goal, that's not who we are as a people, truly.
Right.
When you get us to ourselves, because when you get us to ourselves, you know what we do. We come over Black Wall Streets.
Right.
We start getting back to our true culture and heritage.
Come on.
When you get us to ourselves, so. As long as you keep us in the swamp, while the leech is there, then we getting blood sucked from us, then, you know, we deficient. We start acting different. We start behaving different.
Mm-hmm.
Out of survival. You know what I'm saying? Getting savage.
That's right.
Swinging at the water instead of just letting the water be.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? The more you fight that water, the more you see.
Right.
We don't understand that shit no more because we out our element. We in the swamp. We done got kidnapped and brought over here, and we forgot that. We forgot we got kidnapped.
Mm-hmm.
We out of there.
Yeah.
And so when somebody comes start talking sense, first thing that happens is the one who kidnapped us got to run in there and say,
yeah.
You know?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
He's bad. He's wrong. You know what I'm saying? What the crowd said.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Sprinkle some dust on you. Yeah, make you forget. Go back to sleep. Yeah.
Yeah. They stuck their cross to that nigga. Drag that motherfucker. Put that horn up. Put that thorny crown on his ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, no. He sucks our ass up.
Yeah.
You know, we got a racket going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody else,
yeah, you around here disturbing my good niggers. What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah. Now, the good niggers get a few crumbs and get a couple of butter biscuits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you act right.
That's right. If you act right.
To James Clyburn.
Yeah.
You said something about James Clyburn, man.
Okay.
Number one Sambo of the century.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Number one Sambo of the century. James Clyburn. I nominated. This dude here, man. Okay. We know what he did. He ushered in the vote for Bernie Sanders and made Bernie Sanders the presidential candidate for the Democratic Party.
Mm-hmm.
So that means nobody else stands a chance against Trump. You know what I'm saying? You just got these two major parties. And you do some independence, you know, you waste your time and money. You know what I'm saying? So, but Bernie Sanders was the presidential candidate.
Right.
Before they went and forced Joe Biden to run.
Right.
Okay. Bernie Sanders was closer to the current movement, to the whole vibe of what's going on with the progressives and the youth. The same, he was just like that in 2016. Back then, it was Debbie Schwartz, the head of the DNC, that just ball blocked him for Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Right. Just clipped him. You know, he running down the sideline going for the touchdown. She came out of nowhere, just clipped him. You know what?
Right.
Laid him out.
Right.
And then Hillary Clinton picked the ball up and kept going. You know, before Trump sacked the ass.
Clothesline.
But Trump is showing out. He vanquished the whole goddamn Republican Party candidates. He whooping everybody. You know what I'm saying? But he was afraid of Bernie Sanders.
Right.
Because Bernie Sanders had the same type of energy that he had, except that his energy was of the Democrats on the progressive side of things, and it was more of, you know, we all, if you know anything about Bernie Sanders, he go way back to the civil rights movement. He out there getting arrested in the civil rights movement back in the 60s. You heard me? And he's a Jew. You know what I'm saying? Right. I didn't say a so-called Jew.
Right.
I said he's a Jew. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so, look at what's going on today. If Bernie Sanders could have connected with it, they call it AOC. Like, her name is so long.
Yeah.
Alexander
Cortez, right.
Yes. And these other Democratic progressives, along with the movement of the youth, the way they really want to see things go forward, because it's really about them. It's this movement that's going to produce the next phase of this country if it lasts that long. But they shut him down. Okay, so out of nowhere, and he was like holding out like a pro sports star. You know how they hold out for the biggest contract and shit.
Right.
He waited for the last minute, then he come out crying. You know what I'm saying? Oh, me and my wife, we love Joe Biden so much. He's just such a pure person. He got a halo over his head. You know what I'm saying? And the hell with Bernie Sanders, who go back to the civil rights movement.
Right.
Bernie Sanders, you might as well say he was down there with John Lewis. John Lewis just passed, and all these hypocrites show up and want to talk at his funeral.
Right.
But when this happened, I was like, John Lewis been in Congress for how long? And how many laws is he responsible for having passed? Now they want to name schools after him. They want to walk the bridge and talk at his funeral and everything. How many of his laws, how many of his proposals did they back up and make it some law for him while he was here working?
Right.
Now all of a sudden, they've been loving him all these years.
Right. Wouldn't bag him, but now you love him.
You was a bunch of hypocrites. I couldn't find not one on the books that the man proposed and all these lovers went back and made into a law. Okay. But anyway, they named some schools after him. Praise be to God.
Right.
May God be pleased with him. But Clyburn went in there and shut Bernie down. Some kind of personal favor. So now we got Bernie. So now we got Biden, who is a good old boy. And he's going to show you how much worse he is than Trump is. Because one thing about Trump going to put his gloves on and come look at you in the face and say, put your gloves on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's something that you can respect.
Right.
Bernie going to take you back to
Biden. Right.
the good old days. What Mike Pence would have did to your ass if he was the damn president.
Right.
With them Bible Belt evangelicals. They gonna hook you up, man.
Right, yeah, they gonna, they
Biden finna hook you up.
they gonna let you have it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, man. But the sad part about that is they running the same playbook, but the vision is not there to stop it. It's like you looking at the playbook as though they running a new play every time, and it's the same play.
They out of tricks. It's the same play.
Same play.
They ain't got nothing new.
Nothing new. Same exact play over and over again. And I don't know how folks keep filing for it, but it's like football. They say, look, we gonna run it down your throat till you stop it.
That's it.
That's the game.
Straight up. Run it straight down the middle.
Straight down the middle.
Stop it.
Until you stop it.
Yeah.
You ain't stopped it yet. Why should we change up our playbook? You ain't figured out how to stop this simple play.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I'm going to take a chance at passing, doing some kind of flea flicker and get fly with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we play to win.
Play to win.
We move the rock down the field.
Yeah.
We move the rock down the field, straight down your throat.
Straight down your throat. On two, ready to break. Yeah, there you go again.
You know what I'm saying? All night long. You know what I'm saying?
Like, damn. Gee, wow.
Nah, we going for the same damn trick over and over and over again. It's 2020. They stepping on brothers' necks, shooting sisters while they sleep in their bed, gunning the teenagers down in the park, sticking needles in brothers' arms for walking down the street at night.
Come on.
Brain dead.
Woo.
Nazi Germany. And we going for the same old trick. Go Biden, go Biden, go Biden. What about us? What we gonna do?
Yeah. Who? Yeah.
You don't even see no damn Chinese out there with that shit.
Nah.
Certain people you don't see out because they got their own bank. They got their own bank, and then once that bank set up, they distribute the money for everybody who got a business idea. They say, all the signs in the district.
Yeah.
Chinese.
In their language, that's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, if you want to run for a damn office, you got to go through us.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I like it.
It's what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Now, when we get ready to go for self, there's a way.
Yeah. But I think we still trying to achieve the concept of integration, even though it hasn't worked. We still trying to figure out why it's not working the way it was supposed to work. Like, it got to be a reason why we left our businesses. The Negro League was making more money than the White League, and we had bus routes and businesses, and we integrated, and we still trying to get the success out of it instead of realizing, hey, bad move, didn't work. Let's pull back out and continue on building and doing for ourselves.
Hell no. Jesus white.
Yeah.
Satan says he gonna come in thy straight path. He not gonna play with you. He not gonna joke with you. He not gonna try to convince you of nothing new. He gonna come straight down in your straight path. He gonna come straight at you. He gonna get right up in your heart, man. Because ain't nobody know closer than you, than your own jugular vein, than God himself. But he gonna get right up in there, right next to God. So close that you gonna think he is God.
Mm.
Now when you get that close up into a person's being, where you associate yourself with being the one who created them, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. And I'm gonna say this, man, for all the people who are afraid of separation, or think it's some sort of evil, bad idea, and it's mean, or it's impossible. If you separate from white people, Hispanic people, Chinese people, Greek people, African people, they just came over here. If you just separated from all them people, it don't mean you don't have to do any business with the people. That don't mean that you will forever and ever, you will never coexist with the people. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That don't mean that you gonna build a wall like Trump, like Trump's stupid ass be talking. You gonna build a wall, or we gonna go build some mud huts, start all over again. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that don't mean that. That means, first of all, you have to reclaim your identity.
Right.
First of all, you can't separate from nothing or nobody unless you know who you are and where you are and how you got here. See? You know, we're not going to ask you to separate. It's like, if this is all you know, man, I ain't going to pull the rug out from under you. You know what I'm saying? You can believe that, because if that is what you're standing on, I'm not going to pull that out from under you.
Right.
That's what you ought to expect from me. I'm going to leave that rug up under you. But let's have a conversation. Do you know who you are standing on that rug? You know, do you know what that rug is? Do you know how fragile that rug is? Do you know how long that rug gonna last? You know, why are you still standing there on that damn rug?
Mm.
Let's talk. Let's have a conversation, man.
Right.
Because you have to understand where you're going.
Right.
Now, I'm not gonna take what you think is your foundation from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's figure out who you are, man. You got to have your identity. And then so once you figure out who you are, you got your identity, then I ain't going to have to tell you to separate from people. Because when you find out who you are, you're going to fall in love with yourself.
Right.
You're going to realize, wow, God did this. He did it for me.
Right. That's what it's all about.
I'm not going to have to, you're going to wonder why I didn't tell you sooner.
Mm-hmm.
You know? You might look at me crazy, like, what was your job?
Right.
As a civilized man.
Come on.
You were supposed to teach me when I was uncivilized. You know, then I'm getting checked. You know, I got to check myself.
Right.
No. People just have to realize everything that is a prescription for us to be healed, black, white, red, yellow, and brown, there's an enemy out there that's coming right after that prescription hits your gut, trying to feed you more poison on top of the prescription. It's just like when you decide you want to do something good and positive, or just maybe I got a great idea, a creative idea, or I want to do something, or do a business or something. I want to, improve myself some kind of way. The second after you think there and get all inspired about it, get fired up, you might even come up with a small plan to do it, something negative don't jump on you.
Right.
You got to expect that.
Right.
It's resistance. That's what the originator had to face.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, look, I'm going to make a man in my image and in my life. So if you think you're not going to face no struggle, no hardships, no pains, man, trying to make something happen, just jump off the planet, man. Just give. No, don't do that. Don't do that.
But I know what you're saying. Yeah, if you're not willing to,
you know what I'm saying.
Right. If you're not willing to go through reality, then you're not looking at reality.
Yeah, man. It's not going to happen the way you think it's going to happen if you're not considering the fact that there's going to be some difficulty involved in it. So I ain't going to say forget it, but I'm trying to get people to consider the fact that you're going to face some difficulty to get to your ease.
Right.
And then guess what? As soon as you hit that ease, there's going to be a little bit more difficulty.
Right.
Because God is like your father. He is your father. He wants to see you moving forward. He wants to see you improving and getting better and stronger. That's what God is.
Right.
Don't you know?
Fact.
He's not
Come
a
on.
cloud or mist or dust. He's not a ghost.
Right.
He's real.
Right.
He said, in my image and my likeness, I'm going to make you, so you got to face the things I have to face.
Come on.
And I built a galaxy.
Good.
You mean to tell me you can't challenge yourself to eat 1 meal a day for 21 days or something? Everything. I don't know. I'm just throwing something out.
Right. No, but you can't sacrifice for the benefit of bettering yourself because you feel like
overcome anything. Yes, sir.
Right. The sacrifice.
You can accomplish anything.
Come on. Part of the game.
You can't do it. It's already in you.
Okay.
You're not going to learn nothing. There's nothing new under the sun. Is what we all know because we heard it. It's a cliche. I know.
Right.
For you to hear that, there's nothing new under the sun. You're not going to learn nothing. You're going to discover a world inside of you, because all the information is already embedded and inbred into your DNA.
Right, download it.
You just need stimulation, huh?
Yes, it's already downloaded in you.
It's already downloaded in you. All you got to do is call it up, or something got to call it. Something got to happen. And that's what all these disasters and things are about, man. God's shaking it up.
Yeah.
So you can wake up, man.
Right.
He's going to break the power of the wicked.
Right.
He's not breaking the power just because he's mad at them, because he is angry with them. But he got to give you a chance.
Right. All those treasures inside of you, and you sitting on them. He got to shake you up so you can use them. All that value.
All the value you put in you. And all you need is something to stimulate you.
That's right.
It's a stimulus. It's a stimulus, not a stimulus package. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm talking about a stimulant.
Right.
These, the wind can stimulate a season, can stimulate a cloud, can cause rain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
A bee can pollinate other plants.
Right. Right.
Other plants got to be stimulated.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Sperm can get an
Right.
You know, something's got to happen. Things got to happen. Guess what?
Yeah.
We all come into the world like the Honorable Minister Farrakhan always teaches so eloquently. Into the world through pain and suffering, and you even see blood, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But as soon as the birth takes place, it's a celebration.
Right. Right.
Now we got a new life, and we went through 9 months.
Right.
And then you know what's funny? I'm gonna tell you something that's crazy. I ain't gonna get. But anyway, I can say this, man.
Yeah.
But guess what?
What?
If you heard the act of sex without knowing it's sex, you would say, man, that's some of the most violent shit I ever heard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
All the gritting and the pitting and the
Yeah.
you know?
Trying to get it right.
If you only knew what those man and woman, if you only knew what that man and woman were experiencing, the feeling though.
Right.
All you can get is,
Right.
so you're not going to get anything in life without shaking it up, man.
Right.
Without some resistance, without some force being applied. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's just the way the world is made.
Right.
Quit running from struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because even after all what you think is rough and what you think is tough, you can bring something to birth, man.
Come on, son. Right. Wonderful. Wonderful, bro.
You bringing wonder to the world.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Enjoy the process.
That's right. That brother was motivational, even in the midst of all this chaos that's going on. But we need to hear that, because in times such as this that we living in, man, you need that jolt, that electricity, that motivation, you know, to stand a person upright, and they can walk out and stick their chest out and say, yeah, I love myself. I can do it.
Yes, sir.
You know, yeah, let's roll. You know, so definitely we need encouraging words, bro. Especially.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir.
This show here, man. This show here, brother. Please keep going. You know, because you got listeners, brother. I'm pretty sure that are almost dependent upon hearing things that you bring to the table on a consistent basis, constantly.
Bro.
You know, it takes that repetition. And, you know, it takes a brother with a heart like yours to have enough to keep coming with like you do.
Yes,
so
sir, bro.
That's motivation and inspiration for a whole lot of people, bro.
Yes, sir. I praise it to the God.
I commend you on your hard work, man, and your spirit. Keep going, man.
Man.
I'm down with you.
Man, appreciate it, brother. I know it, brother. And I appreciate you, bro. And we are. But like I say, it's elements to this thing, and your energy and spirit is an element, like an atom that needs to be presented in this frame of things that we're putting together. It's a needed component in order to make the thing roll smooth. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, this thing has to roll smooth, so it's different components, man. In order to get this thing off the ground. So steel sharpens steel, brother.
All the time.
All the time, bro. Yeah, and thank you for being on the show. And guess what, though, Brother Mark? We not through.
We ain't through, brother.
We gonna keep rolling more shows to come. We here. We here.
Yes,
Look, Vero Pick Radio. We at